going on? How's everyone doing?
Shout out to Colin. Everybody else who's cool with Colin.
Chucky! I didn't say.
Get your popcorn and your Coca-Cola and relax.
Anyway, tell Colin I'm ready.
What's going on? This is Colin. How's everybody doing? I hope you're having a great day so far. Happy Friday. Friday. We made it. End of another work week. Hopefully you guys had a great week and you guys have some great weekend plans. But it's Friday night. We're going to watch some court. You guys want to watch some court? I want to watch some court. I have got one case tonight, just one. We're watching a bench trial. Now we've got a pro se defendant who used to be a safety officer somewhere. He doesn't say where, but he got pulled over and he's not happy about it. Decides to fight the ticket, which is his right. And he throws OSHA regulation, code numbers, everything at the court, at the prosecutor. It's kind of funny to watch. Prosecutor ends up getting a little frustrated with him. But yeah, so we're gonna watch how this goes down. It's a good one. Before I get started, yeah, the names changed. Don't know what's going on with them. YouTube did something. Who knows what happened? I don't know. But you can change it. You can change it in the settings. So if anybody has their full name and they don't want to change, they don't want their full name, which is understandable, just jump in your settings and you can change it. But I put in the link. Can you pin it? What link did you put in? Where to change it? Okay. Yep, I can pin that. Let me do that real quick before we start. Where are we at? Here we go. Pin message. All right, we're good. Thank you, Jedi. All right, let's watch some court. Before I hit that play button, you know what to do. Hit the like and subscribe. Do your jump kick backflips. Let's go.
Michael Jennings, come up and have a seat.
This is Reynoldsburg, so just wait.
Yep, I didn't. This court is so loud. I don't know. They have their mic settings way high. Yes, I didn't say it. This is Judge George out of Licking County, Ohio. This case happened Tuesday or Wednesday. I don't remember. It might have been Wednesday. The 25th sounds familiar. But yes, let's go.
You can go into that.
Next matter is 25 TRD 3209, State of Ohio versus Michael Jennings. Mr. Jennings is present. Without counsel, Ms. Yeager's here on behalf of the Law Director's Office. And we're scheduled for trial today on a traffic control device violation. Mr. Jennings, did you wish to have a trial today?
Yep.
Okay. Ms. Yeager, would you like to say anything before we begin?
No, Your Honor, we waive opening.
Okay. Mr. Jennings, would you like to make an opening statement?
Yes, I would, Your Honor. The video I took up the site would show basically the citation is for failure to obey a traffic control device. My belief, in my opinion, is that there was no appropriate traffic control device present to give that direction. In fact, the site itself was under multiple OSHA violations specific to that traffic control device. Specifically 1926.200 paragraph subset G, traffic control signs and devices, and the placement of them at points of hazard construction areas shall be posted with legible traffic control signs and protected by vehicles. The video will show that the one road closed sign was actually blocked by the flashing lights of the police vehicle, which was also an OSHA violation. what sign was visible was that there was a flagger sign, which per OSHA is, when not in use, is required to be covered or turned around, because that flagger sign indicates that the road is open and that there's a flagger available. Okay. And with the lack of being able to see a road closed sign, additionally, that's also an OSHA violation. Additionally, there were no other markings or anything other than the orange barrels and the police officer posted up in front of them.
Okay. Did you have a statute you said for the traffic control device?
Traffic control devices, 1926.200G, subset G, traffic control signs and devices, and then part one of that, at points of hazard construction, this is still 1926.200, parentheses G, parentheses 1.
First off, Jay Hart, thank you so much for the 5 gifted memberships. I appreciate it. Welcome to the 5 new members. Thank you so much. And yeah, the safety people, OSHA, they still annoy you even when they don't work there anymore. Oh, this is fun to watch. It's annoying and frustrating, but fun at the same time. Like, nobody likes working with them. It's like, they're here. Put your hats on, everybody.
At points of hazard construction areas shall be posted with legible signs, traffic control devices.
Where are you getting that? I don't think that's an actual statute.
It's OSHA.
Oh, okay. The administrative regulations.
Federal.
Oh, federal. Okay.
So it's the design and use of all traffic control devices, OSHA 1926.200.G.2, includes signs, signals, markings, barricades, and other devices for protection of construction workers shall conform to all of the manual on unified traffic control devices, which is, again, is multiple violations. The standard is the needs and control of all road users through temporary traffic control zones shall be an essential part of highway construction, utility work, maintenance ops, and the management of traffic incidents. When the normal function of the roadway is suspended, the planning provider for continuity and movement of the motor vehicle, bicycle, pedestrian traffic, including accessible passage, transit operations, and accessibility to property and utility.
Thank you. Ms. Yeager, is the Reynoldsburg code the same as the revised code?
313, does that mirror the ORC? Yes.
Okay.
And Your Honor, I would argue that the OSHA regulations, while he is citing to what appears to be correct OSHA regulations, those are for accident prevention for the construction workers.
Yeah.
So they're not applicable here.
Okay. Let me see if I can find that.
Well, it includes pedestrians.
But it is not the duty of the Reynoldsburg Police Department.
Specifically states movement of motor vehicle, bicycle, and pedestrian traffic, including accessible passage. And the primary function of traffic control device is, or the TTC, is to provide for the reasonably safe, efficient movement of road users through or around TTCs. So on the one hand, Your Honor, I'm arguing specific violations of code that are specifically designed for you to be able to understand the traffic control devices that are present. Mm-hmm. And so
what traffic device did he tell you you violated?
No.
He didn't tell you?
No.
No. Okay. And you said that you picked a picture or a video of,
I took 2 videos
of what you thought the traffic control device was?
Yes, sir. I'm sorry.
All right.
And then specifically just the general idea that instruction needs to be given before it needs to be obeyed. And I submit to you from the videos, there's no visible instruction given.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, this is his opening statement. Technically, the prosecutor waived her opening statement, and he hasn't stopped talking yet.
I think it'll be apparent on the video.
Okay.
Your Honor.
And well, there's additional things too, pursuant to that. Whenever the road is closed, there's actually supposed to be, and I can find a direct statute or whatever, information provided to that effect so that you can follow in advance of the actual closure. There were no signs posted on the Taylor Road extension heading northbound across Route 40. There were no signs posted on Route 40 in either direction. There were literally, and it could be shown up on the officer's dash cam, there were 4 illegal U-turns performed on State Route 40 because of the confusion that was presented by the lack of appropriate signage. I worked in safety compliance for warehouses and multiple things for most of my life, plus I'm an Uber driver now, going on 7 years. I've given 12,000 rides on Uber and 2,000 rides on Lyft. I follow the safety instructions very, very carefully. My job is about safety. I won't be able to drive people around if otherwise.
Okay. And our code section today is 313.
But one more thing I'd like to add, Your Honor.
31301. Yeah, okay. 01. And that's A1. Is that correct?
Yes.
And one more thing I would like to add, Your Honor.
Yeah.
I went back, because through doing just regular business, I went back through there multiple times in the ensuing weeks. And going forward, the place was lit up with appropriate signage. So at some point, somebody had to have told them that they had the wrong signs too, because they went from no.
Weird question. Did you guys just see an ad pop up on the screen? I just got an ad backstage in StreamYard. I'm wondering if you guys just saw that too. I canceled it real quick, but it was weird. And if that's going to start happening, I'm going to have to. I might actually have to swap out of StreamYard. I don't like that at all. Hopefully, you guys didn't see that. You guys didn't? Okay, good. Good.
Signage, which will show on the video too. The place was lit up like Vegas on a Saturday night. So at some point, I believe the city of Reynoldsburg realized too that they did not have the appropriate signage, and then they added to it.
All right, thank you. Is there a traffic control device violation definition in the Reynoldsburg?
It should probably be in, I think it's 31303. Or no, that does this traffic control signals and lights. But I think
no, just a definition of traffic control device, like in the revised code.
right.
There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's the same. I think it's the same. All right. Okay, Ms. Yeager, make clear.
Thank you. The State Recall Officer Machado.
Right up here. You're right up there. Walk those steps there to your left, remain standing and raise your right hand. You solemnly swear or affirm testimony you should give in this case, nothing here should be the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth. So help you God, when it comes to perjury.
Yes, I do.
Have a seat. State your full name, spell your last name.
My name is Officer Pedro Machado.
I feel so bad for this guy. The lighting of the courthouse makes his hair look ridiculous. I don't really know what it looks like outside of this. I think it's just blonde hair. But yeah, I feel sorry for him.
Machado, last name Machado, badge number 232.
And state your business address.
724.
No, we don't need that, even though it's a police station.
Thank you. How long have you been a police officer?
Short of 2 years now, sir. Ma'am.
It's okay. And have you been with Reynoldsburg that entire time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And what are your duties as an officer for the city of Reynoldsburg?
I'm a patrol officer, so anything from responding to calls for service to enforcing traffic laws and any law enforcement business within the city.
Okay. And what kind of training have you had to have this position?
Went through the Columbus Police Academy, and then went through FTO program.
And are you up to date on all trainings and certifications as required by the department?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you working on for the city of Reynoldsburg Police Department on March 25th of this year.
Yes, ma'am.
What shift or what hours were you working that day?
For that specific detail, I was working on special duty at the construction side of the corner of East Main Street and Taylor Road. And then I was there all night from 1800 to 0600.
Okay. And were you wearing the required uniform?
Yes, ma'am.
And were you operating a marked cruiser with a working visible light bar?
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to draw your attention to, I believe it's probably like around 9 p.m. Were you at that, were you stationed at that intersection at that time?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And did you end up coming into contact with a gentleman by the name of Michael Jennings?
Yes, I did.
Do you see him in the courtroom today?
Yes, I do.
Can you please point out where he is seated and describe what he is wearing to the court, please?
He's seated directly across from me. He's wearing a gray polo shirt.
Thank you. Your Honor, let the record reflect the witness identified the defendant.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. And did you come into contact with him at that intersection
Yes,
at
I
Broad and
did.
Taylor? Okay. And is that in the city of Reynoldsburg in Lincoln County, Ohio?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And can you explain to the court what happened that caused you to come into contact with Mr. Jennings?
Yes, ma'am. There was a active construction zone on the north side of Taylor Road in relation to East Main Street. So I had my cruiser positioning on the only northbound lane. My lights were blue and red lights were activated to block any traffic proceeding northbound onto Taylor Road, which would be into the construction zone. So I was just holding that position to prevent any vehicle from traveling into an active construction zone, where there's about a handful of workers, hard hats and work vests, and also they were excavating into the roadway.
On that date, were you and your cruiser equipped with recording equipment?
Yes, ma'am.
And how's your dash cam activated?
My dash cam points to the front of the cruiser. My cruiser was positioning facing westbound, so from west to eastbound, to block perpendicular to Taylor Road. So it only activates towards the front, but I did have my body-worn camera on me.
Okay. And did you record your the interaction and the infraction that you just discussed with Mr. Jennings?
Yes, I activated my body-worn camera upon making contact with Mr. Jennings.
Okay. And your dash cam, did it capture the violation?
The dash cam, I am not certain.
Okay. If you were to see your dash cam, would you recognize that it was the correct dash cam footage from that day?
Yes, I would.
Okay. So what specific infraction did Mr. Jennings, did you see Mr. Jennings commit?
As I was inside my cruiser, positioned facing westbound, I noticed his vehicle traveling across from me into the work zone in between the orange barrels that were blocking the construction zone.
Okay, so he went through the orange barrels, and you said you were blocking the northbound lane?
Correct. The only lane that allows northbound traffic.
Okay.
So he went through the southbound lanes, which are directly in front of me by the position of my cruiser.
Okay, so those southbound lanes, would that be opposing traffic?
Correct.
If he were permitted to go straight?
Correct.
Okay. Your Honor, I'm going to play what's marked as Plaintiff's 1. I'm assuming since it has your name on it, this is your dash cam?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And pause this here momentarily. So where is your vehicle at this time?
So at this time, to the right of that footage is the southbound lane, is the northbound lane. And then my vehicle was facing what would be Kroger's gas station, showing the other 3 lanes that come southbound. One is a left turn lane, the other one's a straightaway lane, and then the farthermost point would be the right turn lane from southbound traffic.
And then there's the date that is listed on this along with your name, does that correspond to the date on this citation?
It disappeared, the date of the dash, but I did see when you first started the video, yes.
There we go.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, before we get into the video, as always, we're not going to be able to see it, but we're going to be able to hear it. And again, you might need to turn the volume down. I actually went through this video before, while I was editing it. Every time that they went to the body cam or the defendant actually brings his own video as well. It is super loud. I turned it down to about 20%. It is still loud, but this is the warning. It gets loud. It really does. And it usually does take them a minute to get it running. They've got great tech there. But while they're working on their tech issues, guess what, everybody? Guess what? I got something to announce. My channel turns 2 tomorrow. 2 years tomorrow since I posted my first video. Yay!
So who was operating the vehicle that just went through there?
Mr. Jennings.
Mr. Jennings? Okay. According to Reynoldsburg traffic codes, are construction barrels considered a traffic control device?
Yes, ma'am.
And what about the line markings on the pavement?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. And by that I mean the stop bars, as well as fog lines and dash lines. All of those are considered traffic control devices?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you make those lines or those barrels?
I do not, ma'am.
Okay. Are you in charge of making those lines or those barrels?
I am not, ma'am.
Or placing them?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Is that the Department of Transportation
Yes, ma'am.
and Public Safety? Okay. Did you ultimately issue a citation to Mr. Jennings?
Yes, I did, ma'am.
And what did you cite him for?
For obedience to the traffic control device.
Okay. And is that a minor misdemeanor under the Reynoldsburg Code as well?
Yes, ma'am.
Nothing further at this time for Officer Machado.
Mr. Jennings, you have any questions for the officer?
So yeah, using this dash cam footage, Your Honor, that I see in front of me, an orange barrel is not indicative of anything other than its lane marker.
Do you have a question for the officer? That's what we're doing right now.
Oh, my bad. No, actually, I do not. Apologize.
Ms. Machado, okay, so you were parked in you said the northbound lanes?
Correct. The northbound lanes which are not showing here because my
Yeah.
cruise is directly to
Right.
the passenger
You said your
door.
lights were on?
Correct.
Which your overhead lights?
Sorry, sir.
Flashing lights were on? Or?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And then was there any signage or anything about the road being closed?
At this point, I do not recall. I know there's signage behind my cruiser, which does not depict on the video.
There was a sign behind your cruiser?
There was, where my cruiser's positioned, I know there's a sign preventing folks making a right turn. I know
Right
there's
turn,
a sign
yeah.
back there.
What did that sign say?
I do not recall,
You
sir.
don't recall?
Yeah.
Okay. And was that the only sign, or
I do not recall, sir.
which direction did Mr. Jennings come from?
He was moving northbound.
So he had come through an intersection south of here, moving northbound?
Correct. He was on Taylor Road on the south side of Main Street, so the video shows his vehicle crossing over Main Street
Gotcha.
onto Taylor Road on the north side of Main Street.
Okay. Any questions about that, Mr. Jennings? No, Ms. Yeager?
Yes, the sign that you said was behind your cruiser, was that something placed by Reynoldsburg Police, or was that, again, from ODOT and Public Safety?
Correct. It was not placed by the police department,
Okay.
yes.
Thank you.
You may step down.
Your Honor, we would seek to admit plaintiffs one, and at this time we'd rest.
Okay. Any objection to the video, Mr. Jennings?
No, sir.
Okay.
Oh, do they not-
testify today?
Did they not play it? Maybe I just completely cut it out. I don't know. I thought they played it. All right, let's keep moving.
Other than just what I've already stated in the video evidence, I don't know the procedure.
Yeah, well, you have to testify to have any evidence admitted. So if you want to testify about the video, or you want to show me some other things, then you
Pretty much just to testify about the video.
Okay, all right. Take the
Right
stand,
up
please.
there.
I don't need my notes for anything, just.
Head on up there. You ready to stand and raise your right hand? You solemnly swear or affirm the testimony you should give in this case now being heard should be true, the whole truth and nothing but the truth, so help you God, or under the penalty of perjury?
Yes, I do.
Have a seat. State your full name.
My name is Michael Jennings, Jennings.
And state your full home address.
93.
It's still weird that they make them do that. So weird.
You.
You want to tell me what happened to Mr. Jennings?
I was on an Uber. I had a passenger with me. I was taking them to drop them off just on the other side of the actual construction. As we approached, there were no signs visible on the Taylor Road extension leading up to the intersection. The road closed sign I could not see that was posted up on the side of the road directly behind the officer's vehicle, which will show because the flashing lights were preventing that sign from being seen, which actually is another OSHA violation. When flashing lights are used on a sign, they need not obstruct the sign. Again, that road closed sign would give me an idea that the road was closed. The orange barrels in and of themselves mark points of entry or mark lanes when lined up. The fact that the road was under construction to me as a driver told me that it was in a state of temporary reassignment, so to speak, as far as the traffic laws go, and unable to see a road closed sign, but able to see, which will be visible from the video, a flagger ahead. Flagger sign tells any driver to proceed with caution, that somebody will direct you shortly. So it's an actual invite to come that way. And then
You saw a flagger sign?
yeah, there was a flagger sign up ahead because the construction's ongoing during the day.
Where was the flagger sign?
Posted appropriately per OSHA and the manual uniform traffic control devices.
No, where was the
It was posted 30 feet away from the road closed sign and
Which direction from the picture here?
northbound. So further ahead into the obstruction.
It was past the barrel.
It was past the road closed sign
Okay.
in the northbound area, and was visible because it was 30 feet
So
or
there-
30 yards
so there
further
was
down.
There was a road close sign behind the officer like he testified?
Correct.
Okay,
Obscured by the flashing lights, which will be shown in the video.
okay.
And then further beyond that was,
In the construction zone, there was a flagger sign, you're saying?
yeah,
Past the barrel.
I'll be honest with you, the video showing both the officers flashing lights obscuring the road closed sign and the, also shows that flagger sign.
Yes, this is the defendant. He received a traffic citation, and he just spouts off OSHA violations left and right. It's yeah, defendant though, absolutely. This one, loud guy, gray shirt.
Is from a moving vehicle, so it happens really fast and it's not necessarily visible on first glance.
So
But
you had some video of this incident? Or you
I was on Uber, so my next two Ubers ended up bringing me past that spot.
So you did it the next time you came by? Okay.
And then I
Did you
actually
want to play that?
dropped off the previous, the Uber ride.
Yeah, Uncle Dan, what he's saying, what his argument is, because the signs were improperly placed, it was confusing for a driver. Therefore, he shouldn't receive a ticket, is what his defense is.
After the second and third one after, went and parked at the Kroger parking lot and then went on foot and took an additional video.
Okay. Do you want to play those today?
Yes.
Okay.
Sorry. There's a file in there that says the.
Is there anything?
All right, to all of my tech friends out there, please tell me you're screaming as loud as I am. The court just took a thumb drive from this guy, and they're just going to plug it into their system to play the videos. Oh man.
Anything else on there?
Just the stuff that is built into the.
Software.
Is there anything private on here?
No, I bought it yesterday and uploaded it yesterday. I actually had to buy a laptop for. I needed one anyhow.
I mean, it is YouTube, so. Would it be this folder?
Yeah.
Which one did you want to play first?
The intersectional video will show.
All right, Now, this is the part of the video where I turn the volume down because this is ridiculously loud. You still can hear him. It's just going to be you're going to notice the volume going up and down every time his videos play. It's stupid. He took out his phone and recorded himself on the side of the road. Sounds like during a hurricane from the level of the wind volume.
As I passed by
Yeah, that volume's on 20%, just so you guys know. 20%, and it's still that loud.
It happens towards the end there, but as you can see, passing it, the road closed sign is directly behind the officer's lights, and then you can kind of see the flagger sign.
That was you.
Appropriately.
That was you on Route 40 moving east.
That was me on Route 40 moving east after a subsequent ride. Yeah, I wasn't in a position to record.
Yeah, you couldn't hear what he was saying at all. It was not legible. He was trying to describe what he saw, but yeah, the court can't hear either. He has two videos. The next one you're going to be able to hear him a little bit, but yeah, I have no idea what he said there either.
Record the scene from inside the road closed area at the time.
Then you came back on foot at some point.
Well, I ended up having to. I got 3 other rides in the same spot, and I couldn't get to all of them, so I ended up canceling the 3rd ride, and just went back and turned it off and went back and parked. And yes, I took the.
Do you want to show me that one, or?
Yes, please. I apologize in advance. My voice. I hate.
So we're out here on State Route 40, Main Street. You can't see down here too well, but we have the beginning of cones here.
It looked better when I say it did yesterday.
We have the beginning of cones here, blocking the entrance into Kroger, but then no more cones stopping the turn lane at all from people entering the turn lane northbound at all, saying that there's road, but
I'm just trying to get the,
Right, the video.
let's just do that again.
No, he's not on trial for an OSHA violation. He received a ticket for, I think, driving on a road that was closed. I think that's the specific ticket he had. The actual wording is ignoring a traffic control device, and the traffic control device is road closed that he ignored allegedly at this point. And his defense is that the signs violated OSHA standards or protocol, therefore it was confusing, and he shouldn't have received this ticket. That's the defense. But the ticket he actually received was violating a traffic control device, which they're claiming are the barrels. That's what the state's claiming. It's like, oh, they're the barrels. You should have known.
It's much larger for some reason.
It was longer. The other one was, I think, 30 seconds total, or less, and this one was almost.
I'm going to have that in my head the rest of the night. Thank you, madam. No, I don't. I think I skipped over the what actual ticket he got, so I'm glad you said that.
Yeah, here's the cone. That's not.
still run into these issues all the time on my laptops too.
Yeah, this guy's not a soft set. He's not. If I said that, that was an absolute mistake. I'm sorry, but he's not a soft set. He's just a guy who sounds like he used to work with OSHA. Well, he worked safety at a warehouse, so I'm sure he did work closely with OSHA. He didn't say if he worked for OSHA or not, but he brought the OSHA handbook to court. You know, like I said earlier, even when they're not working for OSHA anymore, they're still annoying. I shouldn't say that. This guy's exercising his rights. I shouldn't call him annoying for pointing things out that may be correct. Oh my gosh, that'd be hilarious. Oh, that would be absolutely hilarious. If I knew that I could just bring a flash drive to court and to play stuff, I would make a file name just call it something obscure so it's right on the record. That'd be absolutely hilarious. They wouldn't appreciate it, but I know everyone else watching would.
So we're out here on State Route 40, Main Street. You can't see down here too well, but we have the beginning of cones here, blocking the entrance into Kroger, but then no more cones stopping the turn lane at all from people entering the turn lane and turning left onto Taylor, northbound. Now over here we have a police officer blocking the far edge of the road and the two cones that you couldn't even get, the two orange barrels that you couldn't get between anyhow because they are already too close together. But this is wide open, you can get between it, wide open, you can get between it. No road closed signs, no detour signs to take it up to Summit or down to Wagoner or Hall. No signs on the Taylor Road extension where I was coming from at all saying that there's road closed or that there's a detour. So it just looks like you are to sneak between the two cones where you can fit, and the two orange barrels rather, and go down to all the way down at the end before you see any construction.
Yeah, because that's how orange cones work. When you see orange cones, you just got to sneak through where you can fit. And this guy used the OSHA manual. Oh, man. And Wixom. You know how I can just see the headline now, or the title of the YouTube videos. YouTuber held in contempt of court. Oh, man. That'd get a lot of views. That would get a lot of views.
I'm sorry you couldn't see it, but all the video was going to show was that there was no instruction from any of the other roads either that give an indication that the road was closed.
Did you move from this position at some point in the video? Did you move at what we couldn't see when you were talking? Did you move?
Yeah. I was.
You just turned your phone.
Yeah, the video wasn't in this video.
Yeah.
This was the one on foot, so I was walking towards the intersection as I didn't want to approach the officer while he was still doing business or anything in any way. So
catch up or whatever the problem is. Since it played once, I'm guessing it's not going to. Can you try it in media player or something?
Oh, this is the part of the video that's terrible. They try to pause it on a certain part of the video, so they keep restarting and pausing it. And it's just it's the hurricane wind that you hear over and over again.
So we're out here on State Route 40, Main Street. You can't see down here too well, but we have the beginning of cones here, blocking the entrance into Kroger, but then no more cones stopping the turn lane at all from people entering the turn lane and turning left onto Taylor, northbound. Now over here we have a police officer blocking the far edge of the road and the two cones that you couldn't even get, the two orange barrels that you couldn't get between anyhow because they are already too close together. But this is wide open, you can get between it, wide open, you can get between it. No road close signs, no detour signs to take it up to Summit or down to Wagoner or Hall. No signs on the Taylor Road extension where I was coming from at all saying that there's road closed or that there's a detour. So it just looks like you are to sneak between the two cones where you can fit, and the two orange barrels rather, and go down to all the way down at the end before you see any construction.
Essentially, Your Honor, my contention is, from both those videos as well, that not only with the lack of any signage at all, those orange barrels wide open.
Technically, everybody has a channel. Everybody that puts a name into YouTube has their own channel. That's the beginning part. That's why every single person, you can see their subscriber count, which is kind of funny. You don't have any videos, but some people have 10, 15 subscribers. Who was subscribing to people that don't have any videos? It's funny. I don't know, but yeah, no, everyone does. Everyone has a channel.
Like that are only inviting you to enter that thing. In fact, 4 people performed illegal U-turns off eastbound Route 40 State Highway while the officer was issuing me or was writing up the citation. And additionally, that officer had to flag another vehicle who violated the same thing. While bringing me the citation, another vehicle came by, and I meant to ask while the officer was still on the scene. I apologize for that. And he had to flag that on that vehicle and issue another citation, go back to his vehicle and issue another citation. So my overall, basically what I'm saying is it created confusion for everybody. I'd be interested how many citations he wrote for it that day, because other people were confused by the sign as well, visibly confused by the sign, as from what I could see being in the actual area.
Anything else you'd like to say today?
And while I understand it is the responsibility of the construction company to post these things, it's also the responsibility of the city of Reynoldsburg to ensure that all construction on their roads is being done in a proper way. City of Reynoldsburg is who cites you for the violation of it, and so the city of Reynoldsburg is who generates the income from that citation. And additionally, I would submit to you that as a safety compliance officer, the ranking safety compliance officer for the city of Reynoldsburg on site at the moment, it would be that police officer, and he issued a citation on a site that was not compliant with the standards that were required to give direction for traffic control.
There you go. That's his defense. I know I kind of said it a couple times already. I think that's the first time he's actually said it fully. But yeah. I mean, you know what? Let's just watch.
Ms. Eager, can you play that first video?
I'm sorry, the first video?
Yeah, his first video.
Oh, the first one was the bad one, guys. I've already preempted turned my volume down, and like I said, I turned the volume of the video down as well.
Apparently my hard drive is what's breaking your guys's.
No, it does this a lot. You have to open the player.
It happens a lot when you let random people put hard drives in your computer.
If you could actually pause at the point where I'm adjacent to the vehicle and the sign, you'd be able to see from my vantage point from the northbound lane 20 feet. I'll be at 20 feet further back because I was at the light.
Why
You
aren't
were going northbound on Taylor.
Correct. So as I'm passing the officer's vehicle.
I don't know
pretty
why
much
the
that's-
prosecutor.
that's-
Can you see if you can stop that where he gets in the intersection?
I don't know why the prosecutor is the one piloting this. Seems good.
The whole thing froze.
It is so bad. And I've got the volume turned almost all the way down.
It might open better this time with VLC.
That's what it just was.
Oh, okay. I'm pause.
Third party tech guy. Backseat driver tech guy right there.
No, I just. So close.
It moved it on you.
Okay. Ms. Yeager, you have any questions for Mr. Jennings?
No, Your Honor.
You may step down.
Thank you.
All right, now we're about to go to closing. This is the fun part. Yeah, I'll keep it at that. This is the fun part. The prosecutor gets frustrated with this guy now. Yeah, let's just go.
Any other evidence today, Mr. Jennings?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. Did you want to offer those videos?
You can also turn the volume back up. They're done playing the hurricane now.
And evidence today?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Any objection, Ms. Yeager?
No, Your Honor.
Okay. I'll admit that is Exhibit A. Any rebuttal?
No, Your Honor.
Closing statement.
Yes, Your Honor. The traffic control device statute is a strict liability statute. We just have to show that he did indeed not obey a traffic control device. Here we would argue that the construction barrels are one traffic control device. And I mean, from years of driving, common sense just tells you if there's a barrel there, it's obviously blocking you from doing something, so you should not go that way. Second off, the lines on the pavement, such as the median line, the fog line, those are also traffic control devices. And here, for Mr. Jennings to go straight, he had to violate the traffic control device of the barrels and then also of the lane markings, because he went into the opposite lane of travel in order to proceed straight through this intersection. So we would argue that Officer Machado testified credibly and proved all elements of the offense, that Mr. Jennings did indeed violate traffic control device.
Okay. So no mens rea for traffic
Nope.
control device.
Yeah, since no driver shall disobey.
Oh, Mr. Jennings, you want to say anything in closing?
Yes, so the manual on uniform traffic control devices specifically lists, for the purposes of reducing confusion for travelers on the roadway, those devices and what they are intended for. the listing of an orange barrel, the instruction given from an orange barrel according to the manual on uniform traffic control devices is as a lane marker or potential barricade. When the barrels are used to mark lanes, they are used in succession, and when they're used to mark a barricade, they tend to be close together so that they are not unpassable. My contention is that the improper use of traffic control devices or the improper placement of them led to the confusion in the first place. Those orange barrels do not say road closed. They do not say impassable. An orange barrel is a oversized traffic cone.
I mean, orange barrels on 16 on the way here also don't say road or lane closed, but we still
No,
know
a subsequent road closed sign that says legibly that the road is closed then transfers that instruction. No instruction can be, just like an officer posted up on the side of the road with his lights on. The only instruction that can be presumed from that, unless further instruction is given by that officer, is to move over or slow down for an emergency vehicle. Unless that officer signals you to pull over, those lights are not giving you an instruction to pull over, as an example. An orange barrel in and of itself is not a road close sign. A road close sign is and I submit to you that that road close sign was blocked by the officer's vehicle and his flashing lights. These things are designed to specifically prevent the type of confusion that was caused.
And I understand Mr. Jennings' points about wishing for additional signage and things like that that might, provide additional notice. But again, common sense tells you that if there's a construction barrel, he himself said on his video that you have to sneak between these two barrels. If you're sneaking between something like that, then it means you're doing something you shouldn't be doing.
But
and everybody knows that you don't just drive through a construction barrel.
Experience in long hours of driving, literally a million miles in my life, have showed me that a construction area that is marked off is not under the same guidance as the original road markers, because they are creating new additional road areas. So northbound, southbound, doesn't matter if you have an open invitation with an open lane in a construction area. Again, does not give signage. The construction signs are then supposed to give additional direction. There were no detour signs also posted to show an alternate route. Later on, there were.
Well,
and again, I submit
there's
to
no
you,
testimony about that, but remedial measures don't matter.
Well, and again, I submit to you, the city of Reynoldsburg ended up posting signs on the Taylor Road extension showing that the road was closed and the detour was to the left or to the right to choose Summit. There were signs up on the light. Additional, when I show up later, there were signs on 40 that aren't visible in the video now. There were signs everywhere that were posted up.
But that's not relevant because remedial measures are not relevant.
Okay, do you have the,
They have not yet. I don't want to. No, I don't know. I have no idea how much a ticket is. We don't know. We have no idea.
uniform traffic control device manual? Did you have a citation to that?
Multiple.
Is that in the Ohio Administrative Code?
So
I'm
it's
guessing not.
in the OSHA code.
No. Okay. Let me see if I can find that.
And then OSHA references the MUTC D section 6A specifically for road closures due to construction. And that's specifically OSHA 1926.200 sub 2, the design and use of all traffic control devices, including signs, signals, markings, barricades, and other devices for protection of construction workers shall conform to Part 6 of the Manual of Unified Traffic Control Devices, incorporated by reference. And then
I think I agree in part, but not totally. I mean, you have the right to fight a traffic ticket, and this guy just exercised his right to take it to trial. I don't see anything wrong with that. He believes he's correct. So in this one, I I don't think this is a waste of the court's time. He believes he's correct. So of course you would take that to trial. Now, if it was some cases, people just take it to trial, hopefully the officer doesn't show up. And then the officer shows up and all they do is sit there and say no questions. That's a waste of the court's time. But yeah, I think this guy, he's just exercising his rights.
in reference Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices, Section 6A.01, General, and that's the standard. The needs and control of all road users through a temporary traffic control zone shall be an essential part of highway construction, utility work, maintenance ops, and the management of traffic incidents. And that the support of that is when the normal function of the roadway is suspended, traffic TTC planning provider for continuity of movement of motor vehicles, bicycle and pedestrian traffic, including accessible passage, transit operations, and accessibility to property and utilities.
Your Honor, it's a 451101QQ.
Yeah, I have that.
Okay.
That's the traffic control device violation, or definition of traffic control device. I was looking for the
I'm sorry, I thought it was
traffic control device, or what's it called? The Ohio Manual of Uniform Traffic Control Devices.
All right. While he's looking for the code, I feel like he takes a minute or two to look for what he's looking for. What are we gonna do on Sunday night? We're gonna have a party. We're gonna have a little two-year birthday party. I think we should Sunday night. It'll be fun. I honestly completely forgot. I did. I remember about 2 or 3 weeks ago. When I saw, I was like, oh, June 28th. That's the day I put out my first video, and I haven't thought about it again until about 3 o'clock this afternoon when someone asked how old my channel was, and I was like, oh man, like it's tomorrow it turns 2, and I completely forgot, so I couldn't do anything tonight. So Sunday night we'll do something. We'll do something special Sunday night. Open up the panel. That sounds like a fun idea. Maybe do like a greatest hits. My favorite videos from the past 2 years. We might do that. I don't know. We'll think of something. Call and make tacos for everyone? Yeah, I mean, I'll make tacos. You guys have to come over for them, though. I'm not delivering. But yeah, tomorrow, 2-year anniversary of me putting out my first video. Now, if you go back and look, the video's been deleted. Unfortunately, my first 5 months of videos were all deleted. I had to do that to remonetize my channel. So yeah, if you go back and look, you're not gonna be able to find it.
I did find it in the OAC.
Okay, what did you find?
In the OAC 3335-21-02, subsection T, the term traffic control device means all flaggers, signs, signals, markings, and devices placed or erected by authority of a public body or official having jurisdiction for the purpose of regulating, warning, or guiding traffic, including signs denoting names of streets and highways.
Yeah, I wasn't looking for a definition. I was looking for
my submission is, or my
I was talking. Sorry.
intersection. Who writes this stuff?
I got demonetized for reuse content. YouTube told me that I wasn't making my videos transformative enough. So I had a channel for about 3 months, and then I got demonetized for 3 months. And when applying to be monetized again, you have to delete every video that could potentially be a violation. And YouTube doesn't tell you. So just to be safe, I deleted everything. So that's why. Yeah, did you hear him? He just said, "Who writes this stuff?" Lawyers do. Lawyers do. He knew that. That's why he left. All right, we're almost to the end. Almost to the end. I do appreciate what the judge is doing right now. Before he makes his ruling, he is double checking that what the defendant said.
Okay. I mean, I understand.
12 months, 1 year. Speaking of birthdays, thank you so much. That is awesome. I appreciate the 1 year. It's Michigan in blocks. I know you. It's like men block. Okay. Yeah, it's been a struggle to try to guess who everyone is. Most people have similar names, so it's fairly easy. But there are some that I'm looking. I'm like, oh man, I don't want to ask. No, I do not. But if everyone staggers in, not everyone doesn't come at the same time. Sure, we can do it. Or I can just move outside. You know what? I can rent out the clubhouse. We have a pool. We'll just have a taco party at the pool. There we go. That's what we'll do. All right, let's go for the judge's ruling.
Your argument. I mean, I have it was a little confusing, but from the video, the police officer blocking lanes and barrels blocking lanes. For that reason, I'll find you guilty today. And I'll post court costs. You have a right to an appeal. You're welcome to do that. Okay. Thank you.
All right, that was it. I love how this judge doesn't, he just gives his ruling and that's it. Like, okay, that's it. You can appeal. He doesn't spend 5 minutes explaining it. He's like, okay, it says here that the barrels are traffic control devices, so I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna find it committed. Here's your ticket. You got to pay it. Okay, bye. That's it. That's it. That's it. That's the video, guys. That's the video. All that build up with Judge George's 1 second climax. So many jokes there. Let's not go there. All right. But that is the video for tonight. I've got nothing else. Got nothing else ready. So we will call tonight. Who do we want to raid tonight? Who are we going to raid tonight? We have a lot of options tonight. A lot of options. Hold on. Let me see. Jesus. Shane, Katie Zed, Artie, Kfar, Lone Wolf. A lot of options. Artie's been live since before me. I guess he's going to be over soon. So as much as I want to raid him, I don't want to raid a channel that's just going to, yeah. Then, you know what? Let's go to Shane. We'll throw him some love. Go over to Shane. Tell him I sent you. Tell him I said hi. He is streaming right now with his wife, so it should be a good time. Also, Booze and Body Cam is on. Kfar and Katie Zed are doing their thing. Lone Wolf is live, and Artie's live too. So you have a bunch of options for everyone to go. But If you haven't done it already, I'd appreciate it if you hit the like button. Also, party Sunday night. I'll try to figure out something fun we can do besides just normal court watching. We'll have some fun. All right. That's it. Time to go home. Until next time, bye.
Don't go nowhere yet, okay, just have a seat there. Okay.